Hi guys and welcome back. My name is Michael and today we're doing a review on a new product that's come to me. It's from China and this is the CigGo T, which is just now, and you can see that. Now this is a 100 watts mod, does temperature, the temperature controlled mod. Works slightly different, but I'll show you that up in the close. I'll show you that in the close-ups. So other features of this is 100 watts. It's got two built-in 18650s. Now, considering it's got that, this has to be one of the lightest units I've come across to hold that sort of battery in there. The ergonomics of it, or the coating of it, the shape of it, amazing. I absolutely love it. What we'll do is go up into the close-up. We'll have a look at the box, have a look at the mod, have a look at everything that comes with it, and then we'll come back and vape on it as usual, and I'll let you know what I think of the unit. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here we have the CigGo T 100 watt temperature controlled box mod. This is the actual packaging just here. So straight off the bat, you've got temperature control 100 Celsius to 300 Celsius, 212 Fahrenheit to 572 Fahrenheit. 100 watts, as I said, OLED display, LVC liquid valve control, BVC controlled coil max vapor. Okay, so basically that is it's the tank has actually got a liquid control valve, so you can allow for less liquid to be flowing through the tank or more depending on the VG of the juice. That's the picture of the unit. On the side there, it's got a colour sticker, so this one is the grey version. I know they come in red, black, grey, and I think blue's the other one. And then on the back here, just a little bit of information. You can see that. What it comes with is the actual mod. It comes with an NI200 coil in the tank, separate mouthpiece, and a USB cable, which is just there. Obviously a little warning's just there as well, and that's pretty much it. So let's open her up. So you get the user manual, which is just here, not too bad. Read through it quite quickly, just to get a gist of the functions and everything else, but they're all pretty much the same nowadays. This one does have a little bit of a difference to it, as the chip I don't think I've seen anywhere else. And that's there. Then we've got a quality controlled little bit of Carter paper here, just saying it's been approved. The quality control wise, it gives you a date there and a pass, obviously. Then we get the actual unit. So this is the USB cable just here. As I said, it's two built-in 18650s. You charge this straight off of the unit, which is just there. Then you've got this little section here that says spares, and what you get in here is another mouthpiece, which is quite nice. Now you're not going to be able to use your normal 510 drip tip on these. These are actually a lot bigger. I don't know if you can see that just in there. And if I can, let me see if I've got my little gauge to measure what that would be. Just switch that on. Okay, so the inside of that bore is 7.25, which is just there. 7.25 on one end, and then slightly bigger on the other side, which is coming in at 9.33 millimeters, and stands at 15.18 millimeters high. So that was the drip tip, and that is pretty much your spares. They don't give you anything else. Well, they haven't given me anything else in this kit. Then we've got the actual unit. Now everything's securely stored in this spongy box, or spongy insert in the box. Just get rid of that. And then we've got the actual unit. Now your unit won't come with my branding on it, it's just something I've done. You've got the CigGo T on the bottom just there. Just take that off as well. You've got your spring-loaded 510 connecting connection, and you've got the little venting holes just in case you wanted to use another tank which has a bottom air feed. Your little fire button, which is quite clicky as well. USB just there, so that's where you'll be charging the unit up. Now this box does not open, so I wouldn't recommend opening it up to have a look. Couple of little marks there, and your screen is just at the bottom there, which is just there. As soon as you fire the button, it will come up with TC mode or VW mode, so voltage or temperature, and those are pretty much the only two options you're going to get out of this. So that's the unit, and it's got this little rubbery texture on there, which is nice. It hasn't shown any signs of wear and tear, which is nice. But yeah, black outer layer with a grey front and back caps, which is there. So I mean, the size of it, very nice. If I put that up against, just see what's laying around. For instance, the SX Dual SX, which is just there. Now this runs two 18650 batteries, but the chip does take up a lot of space. Now I mean, just showing you there, that is quite a bit of a difference, but there are build quality differences, chip differences, there's a lot of differences here. I'm not sure what this would retail at the moment. I haven't had any information regarding the price, but nice, very nice size, and the way it sits in your hand, and because of the rubbered finish, you know, it is nice and comfortable to hold. Fire button, comfortable as well, and that's pretty much it. Then we've got the tank just here, as I showed you. This is the metal Delrin, sorry, this is the black Delrin one, where I did have the chrome one as well, or the steel version in the box. So that's that. Let's just break this up so we can have a quick look at it, or I can show you. Now, let's take that out of there. Okay, so from showing you the drip tip, this is the tank section. You can see a bit of water in there, or a bit of condensation where I've just cleaned it out. Didn't have too much machine oil on it, but it did have a little funny smell to it. So, you know, as always, wash out your products before you use them. It doesn't come apart any more than this, but you will find that the top piece does spin around, if you can see that. Now that is to adjust your juice flow, so that's what that would be used for, so you can keep on spinning it. It doesn't stop or anything like that. Then we've got your bottom piece with your airflow, which is just there. You've got a little notch in there, so closed off fully on both sides, and then you can open it halfway on both sides, and then fully all the way. This is a non-adjustable RDA, beg your pardon. This is a non-adjustable tank. It says clear tank K on the bottom. I don't know what that's meant to mean now. And then just really big airflow on this one. Have a look at the coil, which is here. Now, as I said, this is an NI 200 coil, and it's a 0.2 ohm, yep, 0.2 ohm, which is just mentioned just there. Airflow at the bottom, it's got a slit all the way through, and then you've got two little tiny air holes just there, but that won't, there'll be no restrictions on the actual airflow on this. It is pretty much open. You've got these wicking holes here, which are quite big, and then your coil just in there. You've got, if you can see, it's like a tapered edge. So usually you'll get a mesh which sits around the cotton, which is just there. This one actually got a little tapered metal finish just there. I think that's just normal Japanese cotton in there. And that's pretty much it. They haven't sent me any spares at the moment regarding coils, so I'm not sure where you'd be able to buy them, whether or not you'd have to get it from them direct. But we'll screw that into there, and then screw the tank on just there. If I can, I want to get it lined up so you can actually see. So now you've got the cotton just there, and if you turn the top piece, you can slowly cut off how much juice will be flowing to the coil. So that's what they mean by the juice. What did they call it? They called it a liquid valve control. So it's juice flow control basically, and that's it really. Other than that, it's, you know, a simple tank. What we'll do is I'll fill it up with a bit of juice, and we'll put it through its paces and see what it's saying. Just put that back on now as well. So not a bad looking tank. As for how many mil it holds, I haven't got any information on that either. But when you do sit it on the actual unit, it does sit flush, with a very slight gap, actually, very slight. Nothing that, well, it wouldn't bother yourselves, I'm not too sure about, but that's not bad at all. Okay, so easy adjustable on your airflow and easy adjustable for your juice control as well, which is there. What we'll do is, actually, let me take this off because I don't want to burn the cotton. If we press the fire button, it'll say lock, and then 5 times to unlock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it will give you the option if you wanted temperature control or you wanted a normal variable wattage mode. So we'll stick with the temperature because that's the coil we've got. Then you'd set what temperature you'd actually want from it. I think I had it at about 360, which was more than fine for me. Now this doesn't regulate the temperature of the coil. I found that this actually, now I've set it to 360, when you fire it, it'll just hit up to 360, and then it just pulses. It does that rattlesnake effect, but I'll show you that as well. That's the unit and the tank. We'll shoot up top. I'll fit some juice in there, and we'll have a vape on it and see how it goes. So back up top with the CigGo T 100 watt box mod. What I'm going to do is just fill it up, and you're actually filling it up from the bottom. No top filling on this one. It's just the normal old school bottom filling. So literally, I'll put some in there. Lots of space around the edge, so that's not a problem. You know, you ain't going to mess with that. Just put some in there, okay. And what I'll also do is just put a bit of juice on the coil to get it started. Soaks in quite fast. Okay, and then just put it back onto the unit. Okay, so the tank's all filled up. As I said, screen at the bottom, just there. It's on temperature control or temperature mode, and it's at 350 Fahrenheit. Not getting much out of it at the moment for some reason. Getting hardly anything out of it. Not that much cloud. Flavour, there's quite a bit of flavour there, but you're not getting an immense amount of vapour out of it. This temperature control, I'm not a fan of this temperature control. I've tried it using normal temperature coils on other tanks. Seems to work a lot better. The actual mod I like. I don't like their tank, I have to say. I'm not getting anything out of this. I need to put a normal tank on here and see what the difference is here. See if it's working, because this so far I am just not impressed with. Okay, so I've put my Goliath on there with my own building now, and let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, it's going to variable wattage mode, and let's go up to about 45 watts. So if you can see that just there, 45 watts. It tells you the voltage output and your coil as well, and there's a battery meter on there as well. I forgot to show you that. I wouldn't say this is the most accurate of mods, I have to say. I have used, let's just go, I mean, normal, on my other mods, I'll put this tank up to 50, 55 watts and it'll be fine. This I've just knocked up to 60 to see if it produces the same amount. Very weak on power, I have to say, weak on power. Let's go up to 95. I'm never pushing that on a normal mod. Getting better. Definitely something like 40 watts out, 45 watts out compared to other mods. As I said, I've been using this with a normal NI200 coil on another tank, and it's been working fine. I'm not impressed with their tank, I have to say. I'm not impressed with the mod in variable wattage mode. I think this unit seems to only work for me personally in temperature mode, and that's not with their own coils, that's with another tank on top. The actual unit I do actually like. My issues with it, so okay, so pros and cons with this tank, or this unit, sorry. A con is the tank it comes with. I am not impressed with their tank, I have to say. I'm not enjoying it. I wish they'd sent me a normal Canthal coil so I could have tested that, but I've got my own, so you know, not a problem. But yeah, you know, it's a nice idea with the juice flow control. The coils are small, airflow's quite good on it, but it's just not doing it for me. It really isn't. The actual unit, I like it. The only cons is the build quality isn't 100%. The buttons at the bottom, as I said, one of them seems to have sunk a little bit less than the other one. But other than that, I wish the screen was in a different place, but other than that, this unit has been quite nice. You know, there's no messing around with it, charge it and you're gone. That works a lot better compared to their tank, and if I can find, no, right, let's try another tank for instance. So let's put the Triton V2 on now. Again, sits flush, no issues there. I think I overcooked that one a little bit. That's at a 0.5 building now. They're producing a lot more than what the original one is, which is a shame. I definitely don't recommend the tank that comes with it, but the actual unit I have enjoyed, and you know, everything about it is quite nice other than the buttons at the bottom. I just feel they're not the greatest. The fire button, fine. And I've switched it off. And that's doing a lot better. A lot better. So as I said, cons, the tank that comes with it, and the adjustable buttons at the bottom, the screen location, those three things. It would be nice if we could change out the batteries. I don't know how long these would last you, and obviously if they do die on you, then it'd be a new unit, which I'm always a bit iffy about. but other than that, the shape, the texture, everything else is great about it. I do love it. I do appreciate that they've sent me this to review. You know, it hasn't been too bad. I definitely won't be using their tank again, but I would be using the mod again, I have to say. £100 not sure if it is 100 watts. It seems to be slightly off to me compared to like the SX chip and stuff like that. But on the whole, not too bad, depending on price. Okay, so this unit was sent to me from CigGo, so thank you very much for them sending me this unit to review. It was free of charge, strictly for this review. It works out that this unit is $79, which works out, I think at the exchange rate now, something like £53, and that is the unit, charger and the tank. Again, I wouldn't recommend the tank personally. I haven't had a good experience with it at all. But the actual unit, it's not a bad price. There is a lot more other units that you can get for that money, but the shape of this is great. You know, the texture, the lightness of it, very light, you wouldn't notice it too much in your pocket or your bag. But yeah, great little unit. 100 watts, not sure if it would do 100 watts to tell you the truth. I think it is slightly out, but on the whole, not bad at all. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this review and you take something away from it. Maybe you'll go and try it. I'll put the link in the description below to their website where you can purchase these products. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll speak to you soon. See you later.